Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video. It is time for Game Week 34 preview. But like always, we're going to go back to the previous game week and see how well my team performed. And then we'll go to my team for Game Week 34 and we'll look at some of my transfer options and my thoughts. And yeah, this game week has been incredible. I felt it. I felt, I spoke about last week's game week and I wasn't too sure. But for game week 33, there was a lot of fixtures that looked really good on paper for us to kind of like bring those players into our team to get a lot of points for us. And that is exactly what's happened. And as you can see, 78 points above the average of 44. And I think in the top 10K, it's more than 60. And as you can see, game week rank of 252,000. Now, I mentioned this before, and I said a couple of weeks ago that my goal right now is to get inside of the top 100K. And I have achieved it. 75,498. Finally done it. Now, I think I got around 15 points now. So I'm looking ahead. I'm looking at a new target, and that is top 50K. I think I can manage it, but we just have to see. I just have to be careful with the transfers that I do. I have to try and not take too many hits and just basically plan ahead. If I can plan ahead and with my free hit chip, I'm pretty certain that I'll be able to hit the 50K mark. But we will see. We all know what can happen in football and things can change. But for now, I just got to enjoy what I got right now. And, I had a fantastic weekend as well. And yeah, 78 points. So in my previous videos, I spoke about a few transfers, like bringing in Greenwood. I didn't do that move. Basically, I tried something a little bit different. And as you know, when the deadline is near, that 1 hour, I look at my team and I look at different options. I keep looking at my team and thinking what I can do. And I wanted a Chelsea cover, but I looked at this midfielders and I was thinking to myself, I don't really want to get rid. So I bought in Azpilicueta. That's only 7.5% owned. As you can see, he got me a clean sheet and an assist and maximum bonus points. And altogether 12 points. And, because I didn't want to get rid of my midfielders, I wanted the Chelsea cover. And he was pretty much the only player that I looked at Alonso, but this was the thing that kind of stopped me. Now, Lascelles actually had a yellow flag. And, my Watford player didn't play last game. And I was a bit worried about my substitutes. And I thought, I can't go for Alonso just in case that he might be benched. Let me just go for Azpilicueta. He'd probably get me a decent amount of points anyway. And he did. And Alonso did not play. So that was a great move from me. But Mahrez was not a great move. So basically, I removed Song and Aurier. So I kind of got some points. And, if Song and Aurier does blank, then this transfer has worked out. And these kind of the transfers that I did is going to work out good in the long run anyway. And we all know that Song can get a lot of points. So I'm pretty sure that he will get some returns. But I tried something different. It kind of worked with Azpilicueta and it kind of didn't with Mahrez. But these things can happen. And as you can see, 78 points. I can't complain too much. Anyways, let's go through the team. David De Gea. You know what? I did a little bit mistake here by bringing in David De Gea because I could have went for another Manchester United attacker. It's kind of this player here is kind of stopping me, so I might actually remove him for game week 34, but we will see. Azpilicueta with 12. Chelsea beating Watford 3-0. The Liverpool guys, Trent and Mane. Mane got more points than Salah, which is good news for me. And to be honest with you, these players are there to kind of protect my rank. That's the kind of the thing that you need to look at as well, protecting it. And that's what they're there for. If I didn't have Mane or Trent, I will lose a lot of rank immediately. I know there's a lot of people out there that wants to remove Mane and Salah. I can understand. And I feel that soon one of them will be benched soon. But it's so risky, because if they do well and you don't own them, they are, with their ownership, especially Salah, you will lose a lot. And I don't want to do that. I want to slowly just stay there. Maybe like, this is what I want to do. I want to slowly drop a little bit, instead of dropping too much. That's the idea of this strategy that I'm doing. And then have like Azpilicueta or Mahrez, or maybe my captain option to give me that extra kind of push, that little bit more, like 10 more points extra. That's the kind of the idea, the strategy, and it's working. It's working so far. Fernandes, 8.9. Sorry, the head's a bit cut off there. I'll sort out the UI in the next video. 1 goal, 2 assists, 2 bonus points, 15 points. Double that up, 30 points. Incredible. That was just an incredible game. I know that Manchester United conceded, but yeah, even when there was a penalty, I was like, David De Gea, please save it. That would be incredible. Did not, but it's fine. Kevin De Bruyne was on the bench. Mahrez was actually playing, but it came off before 60. It was an interesting substitute from Pep. Removed Sterling and Mahrez when they needed a goal. I guess the tactics didn't work and he wanted to change things up. That's probably why. But I'm happy to own Mahrez for the next game. And I think that he will play. If he doesn't, then oh well. But if he does, then this fixture, against Newcastle is going to be great. Mane with 11. Martial with 14. Incredible goal that he scored. And I still have one player left, Calvert-Lewin. I hope that Calvert-Lewin gets some points, goals. It will be a massive bonus. And Jimenez with 2. Lascelles with 1, Connolly with 2, Casabelli with 1. So my bench is intact again. So 78 points in that top 100k, and hopefully I can move on to get a 50k rank. I think there's only like 15 points or 17 points behind top 50k, so it's doable. And as you can see for my team, it's actually not too bad. Azpilicueta against Crystal Palace. Low scoring kind of game, I hope. Brighton. Liverpool's playing Brighton. I know Brighton's playing really well. Well, decently. Obviously, against Manchester United wasn't the best fixture for them, but before they have been doing really well. But I can see Liverpool doing well here. But I think there might be some rotation there, so we need to be careful. So I would definitely suggest to fix up your bench. The Wolves players, I can't see Raul Jimenez scoring the next game. So people are looking at getting rid of him. I might do so as well, but I need to just... Yeah, I think if I had 2-3 transfers, then I might remove. But for now, I've got to keep him. Saiz and Raul Jimenez against Sheffield United. Fernandes and Martial against Aston Villa. Aston Villa has been performing well. I'm not gonna lie, they've been performing well, and they just don't have a goal scorer. That's the problem. And I wanted to remove David De Gea, but I think this could be a fixture where Manchester United could get a clean sheet, and that is a differential, to be honest with you. Kevin De Bruyne is going to be my captain because he was on the bench. He only played 31 minutes or something. And against Newcastle, I know that Newcastle, has been performing well lately, but they're still conceding. And against Manchester City, who is going to be revved up, and because they lost against Southampton, so they're going to go for this. Kevin De Bruyne is going to be my captain. And I got Mane. And Mahrez, I know Phil Foden could be a great shout as well. Martial, Calvert-Lewin, and Raul Jimenez. Calvert-Lewin, the problem is, yes, I can remove him and bring in Greenwood. Maybe if I remove the goalkeeper, we'll go through the transfers in a sec. And this is pretty much my setup for my subs. So in this game week, it's going to be difficult for a lot of FPL managers to get a lot of points. I think there's going to be points elsewhere, but a lot of people are going to be captaining a Manchester City player. I think there's going to be a couple of clean sheet points as well. We're going to see what happens with that Liverpool rotation, if there is going to be any. And I think the other teams to look at is Spurs. Now, I did remove Song, and maybe I can bring him back with one transfer. Actually, I can't. No, I can by removing Mane. But do I really want to get rid of him? That's the problem. And of course, there's press conference. There might be some information that we need to kind of make our final decision. Okay, so always be aware of that. So one transfer, 0.3. I think a lot of FPL managers are gonna go with Spurs players because they're playing against Bournemouth. People are targeting Bournemouth because of the amount of goals that they're conceding, such as like Harry Kane. I know a few people's looking at Song and Aurier, but for me, I already have a strong defense there, so I'm really happy with that. But I think Bournemouth is going to fight. They're going to have to try doing something. And I think Kane is on, Kane is the one that I would go for. Because I think there's a lot more midfielders that could get a decent amount of points anyway. So Kane is a great option. And of course, the Chelsea midfielders, Watford has a chance to do well here against Norwich. Arsenal and Leicester, not really certain what's going to happen there. West Ham against Burnley, a clean sheet, or Antonio, or West Ham midfielder. Even their goalkeeper could be a great shout. And to be honest with you, I don't know what's going to happen with Everton versus Southampton. To be honest with you, I looked at bringing in Luca Dean in some kind of way. Let's have a quick look. Like Luca Dean, he's a player that can get a lot of like assists. As you can see, 7 assists to his name, 8 clean sheets. So these are the players that I'm looking at, like Luca Dean and Harry Kane. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking as well. Something like to go for. Or maybe remove Raul Jimenez and bring in Harry Kane for -4. I know that I said I don't want to take any hits, but I'm looking at these possibilities. Something like this. I don't know. Maybe just bring in Phil Foden, or I guess I could just upgrade one of my defense. I'm not to be honest with you, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think because I don't know what I'm gonna do, I might just bank the transfer. And you know, the player that I wanted to really get rid of is David De Gea, and bringing in the goalkeeper, that would give me an option to bring in like Greenwood against Southampton. But Southampton's playing really well. I'm not expecting Manchester United to completely destroy them. So I got to look ahead as well, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, what else can I do? And Manchester City is the place that I need to bring some players from. So yeah, I think for my team, I think banking a transfer. If I don't need to bring in a Tottenham player to kind of, like, I'm not going to lose rank. I'm just going to gain rank by bringing in a Spurs player. But I think this team here could be enough. But if we hear any like problems with our players, or if we hear like Klopp is going to rotate Mane or Salah or anything like that, going to get rid immediately. I think it's just too much money for that player not to play. And maybe I might need to take a risk, and maybe it's time to get rid of Mane now and then get Sterling. Just go for it. Just go for it like this. But we'll see. did want to remove David De Gea, but because it's against Aston Villa, you know, they're not really a goal-scoring team. I might need to keep him, but we will see. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new and drop a like. Let's see if we can get up to that 50k rank at the end of Gameweek 34, and we'll see how it goes. That is about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.